Have you ever noticed your body sending you little signs that something's not quite right? Maybe you get a bit more tired than usual, or you feel a little dizzy when you stand up. It's easy to brush these things off as just part of getting older. But what if they're actually your body's way of whispering for help? Hi there, I'm so glad you're here today. We're going to talk about something incredibly important: high blood pressure in seniors, and the subtle ways it can show up without you even realizing it. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer because it can sneak up quietly and cause serious damage before you feel anything obviously wrong. And that's exactly why knowing the warning signs can make all the difference. In today's video, we'll walk through 5 important signs that could mean your blood pressure is too high. Some of these might surprise you. They're easy to miss, but once you know what to look for, you'll be able to catch them early and take action to protect your heart, your brain, and your future. So stay with me till the end. Your health is worth every second. Let's dive right into the first sign, and it's one a lot of people don't even connect to blood pressure at all: frequent headaches. Sure, everyone gets a headache now and then. But if you're noticing that your head feels heavy, tight, or achy more often than it used to, especially in the mornings, it could be your body warning you. High blood pressure can increase the pressure inside your skull, leading to that uncomfortable pounding or squeezing feeling. Imagine waking up with your head already hurting before the day even starts. That's not normal. And it's not just an inconvenience, it's your body asking for attention. If you find that headaches are becoming a regular part of your mornings, or they seem stronger than before, it's a good idea to have your blood pressure checked. Catching it early can save you from much bigger problems later. Now, let's talk about another sneaky sign: dizziness or lightheadedness. Have you ever stood up from your chair and felt like the room spun just a little? Or maybe you felt like you were walking on a boat, even though you were right there on solid ground. That sensation might seem harmless, but it's often linked to changes in your blood flow, and blood pressure plays a big role in that. When your blood pressure is too high, your heart and arteries have to work harder, and sometimes the blood doesn't circulate the way it should. That can leave you feeling unsteady, especially when you change positions quickly. Some people even notice blurred vision along with it, like the world gets a little fuzzy for a moment. These dizzy spells aren't just annoying, they can be dangerous, too. A sudden loss of balance could lead to falls, which we all know can be serious after a certain age. If you find yourself feeling woozy more often, especially when getting up from bed or a chair, don't just assume it's old age. It could be a signal from your body that your blood pressure needs attention. And that brings us to one more subtle but serious sign you should never ignore: shortness of breath. Now, sure, it's normal to feel a little out of breath after climbing a lot of stairs or chasing after the grandkids. But if you find yourself struggling to catch your breath doing everyday things, like walking to the mailbox, cooking dinner, or even just getting dressed, that's a red flag. High blood pressure can make your heart work overtime. Over time, this strain can weaken the heart muscle and make it harder for your body to get the oxygen it needs. That's why breathing can feel harder, even when you're not exerting yourself much. Some people even notice chest tightness or a feeling like they can't take a full, deep breath. If that sounds familiar, please don't brush it off. Shortness of breath can also signal other serious conditions, but it's often connected to how your heart and blood pressure are functioning. It's always better to get it checked out than to guess. Now that we've talked about headaches, dizziness, and shortness of breath, you can see how easy it is to overlook these signs and chalk them up to getting older. But your body is smarter than that. It knows how to ask for help. You just have to listen. So let's keep going and talk about the next important signs you need to know. As we continue, it's so important to remember, your body is always talking to you. And sometimes, it's the softest whispers that mean the most. So let's lean in a little closer and listen to what else it might be trying to tell us. Another warning sign of high blood pressure that many seniors experience, but often dismiss, is persistent fatigue. I'm not talking about just feeling tired after a long day or a bad night's sleep. I mean that deep, dragging exhaustion that doesn't seem to go away no matter how much you rest. It's that feeling where even small tasks, like folding laundry or making a cup of tea, feel like running a marathon. When your blood pressure is high, your heart has to work harder to pump blood throughout your body. That extra strain can leave you feeling drained, even without heavy physical activity. Your muscles and organs might not be getting all the oxygen they need, and that can leave you feeling like you're constantly running on empty. And here's the thing, it's easy to blame tiredness on getting older. Society almost expects it. But aging alone shouldn't steal your energy like that. If you find yourself constantly fighting exhaustion without a clear reason, it's time to check your blood pressure. Sometimes, the simplest explanation can be the one that saves your life. Speaking of things we often dismiss, have you ever noticed your heartbeat feeling a little off? Maybe it skips, flutters, or beats harder than usual, even when you're just sitting quietly. An irregular heartbeat, what doctors call arrhythmia, can be another sign that your blood pressure is out of control. Your heart is a magnificent little engine, designed to beat in a steady, reliable rhythm. When blood pressure gets too high, it puts stress on the heart's delicate system. That can cause your heartbeat to go wonky, too fast, too slow, or just plain irregular. Sometimes it feels like your heart is racing without any reason. Other times it might feel like it's pausing for a second and then thumping hard to catch up. It can be a strange, unsettling feeling. But listen, it's your body waving a big, red flag. Please don't ignore it. An irregular heartbeat can lead to serious complications like stroke or heart failure if left untreated. If you notice anything unusual in your heartbeat, even once, it's worth mentioning to your doctor. Especially if you've also had headaches, dizziness, or fatigue, these symptoms together paint a clearer picture. It's incredible, isn't it, how our bodies send out these tiny distress signals. And yet, we're so used to brushing them aside, thinking they're no big deal. But you are a big deal. Your health is a big deal. And the truth is, paying attention to these little signs could mean the difference between a small fix now and a major problem later. Just imagine how much more peace of mind you'll have when you know you're not ignoring your body's messages. Taking care of yourself today means more years of laughter, more walks in the sunshine, more birthdays with the people you love. And that's a future worth fighting for. Now, let's take everything we've learned so far and move forward together. There's one more important sign we need to talk about, and it's one that often gets mistaken for something completely unrelated. Stay with me, because understanding this next one could be a true lifesaver. Sometimes, the most surprising sign of high blood pressure isn't something you feel inside, it's something you might see in the mirror. Have you ever noticed a little swelling around your ankles, feet, or even your hands? Maybe your shoes feel tighter by the afternoon, or your rings don't slide off as easily as they used to. Swelling, or what doctors call edema, is another silent but powerful warning. When blood pressure is high, your heart struggles to move blood efficiently. That can cause fluids to leak out of your blood vessels and settle in the tissues of your lower legs, feet, or even your hands. And it often happens so gradually that you barely notice until it's unmistakable. You might think, oh, it's just the weather, or maybe I walked too much today. And yes, sometimes it's harmless. But if swelling becomes a regular visitor in your life, especially when it's combined with other symptoms we've talked about, it's time to pay closer attention. Your body is doing its best to get your attention before things get worse. Swelling isn't just uncomfortable, it can mean that your heart is under serious strain. And it's a clear sign that your blood pressure could be doing damage inside your body, even if you don't feel anything else right away. So don't just buy bigger shoes and move on. Listen. Take action. And here's the final warning sign I want to share with you, and this one often gets missed because it's easy to blame it on other things. Blurred vision. Yes, something as simple as changes in your eyesight can be connected to high blood pressure. High blood pressure can damage the tiny, delicate blood vessels in your eyes. It can cause the vessels to become narrow, leaky, or even break. And when that happens, your vision can suffer. You might notice things looking a little hazy, or you might find it harder to focus when reading or watching TV. Some people see spots or flashing lights. If you've ever found yourself rubbing your eyes and thinking, maybe I just need new glasses, stop for a moment. It could be something more serious. High blood pressure can quietly steal your vision if left unchecked. And sadly, many people don't realize there's a problem until significant damage has already been done. That's why regular eye exams are so important. They're not just about seeing clearly, they're about seeing warning signs inside your body before they turn into bigger issues. Your eyes are windows not just to your soul, but to your health. Now, let's take a deep breath together. I know we've talked about some heavy things today, but I want you to know, knowledge is power. Recognizing these signs is the first step in taking control of your health and protecting the life you love. It's not about living in fear. It's about living in awareness, living with strength, and giving yourself every chance to thrive. Small changes, regular checkups, and listening to the whispers of your body. These are the keys to a longer, healthier, happier life. You deserve that. You deserve to feel vibrant, confident, and in charge of your future. So, if you notice any of these signs, headaches, fatigue, irregular heartbeat, swelling, or vision changes, don't brush them aside. Talk to your doctor. Get the help you need. The sooner, the better. And remember, you are not alone. Millions of people walk this road every day. And every day is a new opportunity to make choices that support your health and happiness. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel for more tips on living your best life after 60. Tell us in the comments what topic you'd love to see next. We're here for you. Here's to living fully, loving deeply, and embracing every beautiful moment ahead. You've got this.